There
Hello,
we are. Hello.
how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Thank you for meeting with me. I won't take too much of your time. I know you're probably really busy.
Yeah, we've there's interest, believe it or not. Yeah, we've had a few calls about this, but yeah, not a problem at all.
Okay. If you start by saying your first and last name, spelling it in your title.
Sure. Tara Muck, TaraMuck, and SWEPCO spokesperson.
And just talk about some of the concerns that you're hearing already. I went on our Facebook post that has like 400 comments, and one of the things is electricity going out, rolling blackouts, and high electricity bills.
Oh yeah, that's a lot to unpackage there, isn't it? Sure. Um, so the forecast calls for dangerously low temperatures, high winds, precipitation, possibly in some areas. And so those are factors that can stress the utility grid and cause utility problems. So the basics that we're asking our the public and our customers is to be prepared for a possibility of outages because storms like these can cause outages that are just outside of our control. And so if you're able to, uh, you know, if you need if you need things such as extended health care and you rely on the electricity, we are very concerned about any outages that might disrupt someone in that area. So we would say find a plan, get a plan, find somewhere else to go, get an emergency kit, consider portable heaters, review and follow, safety precautions on using those. Charge your cell phones, charge anything that you may need to use if you do have some sort of extended outage. Preparation is key for an event like this. But we're, hopeful that, the winds aren't going to be as strong. And those, along with precipitation, is typically what we get concerned about when we look at these storms like this in the wintertime. The extreme cold is another factor. The colder it is, the more we're going to use, heat to stay comfortable. So, consider, adjusting your thermostat to help lessen that use on the grid. So as comfortable as you can be during these times is very important. If we all kind of do some of those things, then we're hopeful that we can get through this with as few outages as possible.
So, for seasons like this, do you guys just have a lot of people on call just in case? I think a lot of people in this area are scared because like a year or two ago, we had a lot of outages because things froze over. And so, they just need someone to, I guess, ease their concerns when it comes to that.
Sure. Well, SWEPCO has strengthened our cold weather preparedness and operations at our generation facilities. So we're, obviously mindful and prepared for, the winter months when we do anticipate very cold temperatures to kind of put more stress on the electric grid. So from our end, we are very much prepared in that area. Our, line workers are obviously going to be prepared. When we're talking about cold weather as extreme lows as we might see, especially with wind chill, we're very cautious in being able to get out there and get the electricity back on as quick as we and safely as we can. So that's very important. So they're already preparing for that as far as their the gear that they need to get out there in these types of weather conditions. But to understand that some of these temperatures with the wind chill factor can absolutely be a life and death situation for those who are out in the extreme cold. So we always watch that with our crew. As far as the electric grid, we are part of the Southwest Power Pool, which operates the power grid across 14 states. So as a member, we watch them to see, how their resource, if they have any resource concerns. And right now they have only issued a weather advisory. So that means they expect extreme cold temperatures. But as they watch these things, we're obviously in communications with them. If they have any issues with the grid and declare an emergency, we act, in accordance with the plan. But, at this time, we've not heard anything more from SPP regarding resource concerns. And so our focus really now is just preparedness for our crews and, of course, preparedness for the public.
And last question here, what advice or a thermostat temperature do you advise people to leave it on so that they could kind of monitor their bills, during this time of month when people typically turn it up and down?
So typically we say, start at 68 and go from there. We want everyone to be comfortable. So it's really about, how comfortable can you be based on that setting? Smart thermostats are very helpful to, help you understand the energy use. It lets you know, how low you can go to where it might be in energy savings. So those are very helpful. The biggest thing is if the sun's shining, let the sun in. Let it help you warm your home as much as you can. At nighttime, close the blinds, close the curtains, keep some of that heat in. So some of these factors can help and, keep the heat in as best as you can. Also, as many people say, you check for any kind of, leaks, the air leaks that are coming into your home, get those covered, caulked, whatever it might be from weatherization. So some of these factors can be very helpful, but also if you're using space heaters, be very cautious in how you use those. Ensure that you follow the safety instructions. But whatever somebody needs to do to feel comfortable, and that's an important piece. So again, start at 68 and go from there on your thermostat. And of course, if anyone has any issues and concerns with their paying their bills, contact us ahead of time. There are average monthly payment plans that someone can get on. There are payment assistance programs that are out there. We're willing to, work with customers to ensure that they keep their electric on. So, call us ahead of time. Don't wait to the very end because we're more than willing to help our customers because we understand the stress that it can play on their part.
And is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Sign up for outage alerts. A lot of people might be traveling during this time, or they might already be, away from their home. So it's important, I think, to be able to understand, is there an outage that happened at my home while I'm away? So, go to the website, SWEPCO.com, sign up for outage alerts. You can get text alerts, email alerts. You can download our app and also get alerts and any updates there. So if we do happen to have outages, you're aware if you're not home, because I know a lot of people worry about extended outages that may occur with this kind of weather. So to be aware that an outage may have occurred and when it's come back on will help kind of bring peace of mind if you're away from home.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Tara. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a happy holidays.
You do the same. Be careful out there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.